This is a fantastic presser foot for sewing things like knits and other stretchy things. I want to tell you all about it, so editing corn, hit the intro, let's get into it. This is called a feed dog, and essentially what those little teeth do is pull the fabric along as you're sewing. What this presser foot does is add that same functionality, but on top. If you've ever tried sewing knits, stretches, jerseys, those sorts of things, those two layers, trying to keep them even is impossible. But now, thanks to both of them being pulled along at an even amount, it's a miracle. Now, as for mounting it on the machine, we attach this lever first. We just slide that onto the bar where we loosen and tighten the needle, then shimmy it on and around where that screw was initially. Screw that back in, put in a needle, and we're ready to go. Now, I pulled those clips from a previous video all about sewing machines, which I've linked below, if you want to learn a bit more about that. I recently made a crew neck sweater, and it's a good example of where this foot really shines. The fabric of the sweater is a thicker cotton that stretches, and then around the collar, the cuffs, and the bottom, it's a rib knit. So I serge those two together, but that leaves a ridge underneath. So I like to top stitch that down, and I do that with a zigzag stitch. By the way, side tip, zigzag stitch on stretches helps maintain the stretch. So I'm going to use this as an example of the difference between a regular presser foot and the walking foot. And you'll see that when I just use the regular presser foot, it creates that intense bubbling that you get. Ooh, it's like mountains. And then the exact same thing, but with that walking foot. And ooh, it's so nice and flat and smooth. Mwah. I personally use it mostly for knits and stretches, but I've had people in the comments mention that they have it on all the time. So certainly a handy tool. Side note, I do have Patreon. Patreon is a good way to support my efforts if you like this sort of content. This thing does have one quirk though, I've had to get used to, which is that square block at the back. It doesn't lift up as far as the front two bars do. And so as a result, when I'm starting out, for example, it will catch the edge of the fabric. And so I have to lift up the presser foot, move it underneath, back down, and continue on again. Same thing for sewing over top of seams. That back piece gets caught again a little bit, and then I have to lift up, move over top, and then continue on. But overall, a small inconvenience for all the other benefits it creates. So I also do short form videos on TikTok and Instagram. I paid 50 bucks Canadian for mine, but a bit of research seems to indicate that that's because I bought a name brand one. No free advertising on this channel though, so hence the sticker. But looking at Jeff's online convenience store, it looks like you can get them for about 20 to 25 bucks, which pretty affordable, I would say, for what it can do. Thank you to everyone who does support me on Patreon, and special shout out to these wonderful folks for going above and beyond to be top tier supporters. And if you found this interesting and you want to learn some more about me or anything really, check out the many links I have down in the description. Thanks for watching.